My name is Moon Clemetson, and I've been a part of See Others Glow for all 3 years that it's run so far. And this year I shared my song, You Were Born to Be Seen, and I wrote this song about, in honor of the parts of me that I felt like had to be hidden away for most of my life. For me, a lot of that was around my gender. And so I wrote this song based on a little epiphany I had where I was just like, oh, these parts, no part of me was born into this world to be hidden away. They were all born to be seen in some way. So I'm excited to share that with you, share this song with you. And if you're interested in learning more about my songs, hearing new songs, I'll be releasing a lot of content on my Patreon at Moon Clemetson, at Patreon, whatever. Search for me, Moon Clemetson, Patreon. And I think that's it. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the song.
Hey, my name is Jen Franke. I just shared my song, The Forest Song, for the See Others Glow 2026 album. And I'll just tell you a little bit about it. The song came to me over a couple of years in pieces, but all roots back to the same feeling I get, the sense when I'm in the forest, when I'm usually alone in nature, this feeling of connection to the past and the land, and this timelessness, connection to the future, and a deep presence. Feeling, connected to all of humanity, which sounds dramatic, and it is, but it's also how it feels. So I like to share that feeling as much as I can. It makes my heart so big, and so I wrote a song about it to share it. I just sang it with our group. It was wonderful. Audience joined in. And now, what's next? The album is already out. I'm releasing some of my own music next month, which you can find on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Bandcamp, and YouTube. So you can just search Jen Franke to look into that. That's all I got. Peace and love.
Hi, my name's Ryan Bartlett. Most people know me as Regenerative Ryan or Regen Ryan. That's my conscious hip hop artist name. And I met Stephanie about a year and a half ago, and she pulled me into the song circle world. And it's been a real joy. There's something special about singing in community and everybody opening their heart and really connecting. There's a lot of tears of gratitude and smiles and hugs, and it's a great time. So we want to see you here next time. And if you want to check out some of my songs, I got about 30 songs that are public now, all the major streaming platforms. Regen Ryan, R-E-G-E-N Ryan, or you can find me on social media at regenerative_Ryan. And thanks for listening, and I will see you soon and give you a hug.
My name is Emmett, Bryant, and I got involved with See Others Glow by actually being a photographer. I was doing photography for their event that they had, and I couldn't stop singing. I just couldn't stop singing. I've been singing all my life since I was a child, and I saw the pureness of what they were doing. It wasn't that they knew all the songs, but they were just coming together in song, and that really inspired me. So when they had an opportunity to meet at the park, I said I wanted to be there. And when I started listening to the artists, the songs that they had, and they started resonating with me, I started singing them myself. And so I was inspired by this thought about still together, still strong. And it was based around my family who is diverse, They live in different places, but sometimes they go through things alone which they don't have to, because there's something that's in a bond of family and people that it's there. And in fact, if you allow yourself not to believe the lies, you'll see it. So I wanted to do that to encourage them. And I couldn't get it out of my head. You ever been that way where you hear something you just can't get out of your head? Well, I did it. I started singing, "Still United, Still Strong," and I just couldn't get it out of my head. So Stephanie said that they were doing songs, songwriters, and so I said, okay, maybe I can do one. And so I did it. I submitted it, not knowing that it would make it to the album, but it did. I've had so much fun, and I'm addicted now. I'm addicted. Thank you.
I'm Caleb Avery Fischer, and I am the writer of Black Daylight. My song was based off of a poem I wrote in college about a time where me and a friend went to see an eclipse. And just, it was a writing challenge to write about a thing without actually saying the thing inside and still fully be able to say it. So kind of like played taboo as a poem. So I turned that into a song, and it turned out super cool. And it has a little bit of a villain vibe, but throughout the ages, if you think about like how Eclipse and humanity have fed off each other's energy, there's a little mysterious there, so I think that's appropriate. So my experience with like See Others Glow and Stephanie has been it's like she has a sandbox, and she kind of like draws around the border of the sandbox, and then she gives space for us to play and cooperate inside the sandbox. The term for that, I don't know if anybody else has this for anything, but I would say controlled chaos, where there's space to play and grow and develop, but there's also like a certain amount of boundaries, but like understandable ones. And I think that's really good for people developing themselves creatively. And that's something that I bring to, depending on the project that I'm working on at a time, that's something that I bring to a project if I can, as much as I can. Some projects or creative endeavors allow for more or less than that. And Stephanie seems to have a good sense of that equilibrium and a self-awareness to it. So that's something that is pretty cool to experience. I've sung and written songs before, but I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be able to share this with more than the people in my bedroom, which is usually just myself. So that's wonderful. I also am working on a creative film project, and as a result of See Others Glow, one of the themes for the characters there came from here. So that was really exciting to see happen. if you want to see that, it's called The Sleepers, and if you Facebook Trailblazing Theater Society, it's right there. It's going to come out this summer, so we're looking forward to that. Other than that, you can just find me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and just say hello, I guess. Anyway, thanks.
My name is Jake Lacey, and I'm very recent to the involvement of See Others. I was introduced to it through Janine Watkins, and then just kind of started getting involved and helping out where I can. But again, fairly recent with my involvement. But it's been fun, and I look forward to helping out with future events and stuff. And who knows, maybe I'll even produce a song. But other than that, a little bit about me. I currently live in Springfield, Missouri. Spending a little time up here, but about to head back, but near the end of the month and then subsequent months I will return. Other than that though, it's really about, the experience overall was a good one. A lot of fun, a lot of music. It was cool to hear different people's songs and different takes and so on and so forth. I guess the song that comes to mind would be the song that Janine came up with some years ago now that we listened to and sung this afternoon. About it, I think it's more of a song of just like learning to be comfortable with yourself and learning to embrace new experiences. And it's okay to like let go and to move with the flow as we move through life. Although it's packaged in a nice gentle tune. Yeah, I think there's probably some deeper meanings behind it. But anyways, though, it's good stuff. I had a lot of fun today. A lot of talented people. A lot of good music, and just glad to be here.
This has been an amazing year, 2025 to 2026, and I'm so grateful that you could be a part of it or share it with others. We had 14 amazing performances out of the 18 songs that were recorded, and I'm so grateful for the state-funded grants that are available for artists. And basically this album brings people together to share their songs, people that maybe are just beginning and some that are well experienced, and bringing them all together. And it's really fun and a creative process and a really good community builder, bringing people together from all different types of life. So please check out the website, seeothers.org.com, both work, and just look on the album, See Others Glow, and there's 3 different albums now. So thank you so much for coming and checking this out, and I look forward to connecting with you more. Thank you. This is Stephanie Siddiqui.
Collective of people, for sure, and it is about building community. And Stephanie, who applied for these grants, really had the right vision, I think. It's worked very well to bring people together, to not worry about doing something perfectly, but sharing music. And this song this year came to me last June while I was sitting at Coldwater Springs, which is over in downstream from Minnehaha Falls, but actually it's at the same height. I know that sounds wild, but anyways, there is the only spring still left in Hennepin County. And I went there feeling really empty and dejected. The Hortmans had just been shot the day before with their dog Gilbert in their house. And, frankly, I think it could have been anybody, really, to visualize a family in their house getting out and outright murdered. I felt empty. And I went over to Coldwater just because, water has healing benefits. They've certainly verified that, I think, by now, the scientists. But as I sat there, some words came to me, and I realized that it could be a song, 2 verses worth, and that the energy there, there's just little willow saplings. I mean, they're just thinner than my little finger that are growing there now. But the song was to personify the willow, to brush my hair, wash my face, and put me back together, put my heart back together. And then I remembered that there had been a grandmother willow there that I had known, and that a spring is at least 10,000 years old. So how many grandmother trees had there been? I don't know. But that essence of willow protecting, drawing from the water, but also protecting. And so that was the nature of the song. And it did make me feel less hopeless, more hopeful, stay positive, more hopeful. And then I also wanted to have the idea of that it's up to us to carry on. When events are negative and scary and not right, it's up to each individual to look around and find like-minded people and join together. And that's exactly what happened here in Minneapolis in January and February of this year. We got nominated for an award. The cities got nominated. The group of people living in the cities got nominated. And I don't think that's happened before. Usually it's 1 or 2 individuals get recognized. And that's the kind of hopeful community energy. And that's the kind of energy we had just now when we shared our songs. And so it's important to not stand alone, stand together. And that is a wonderful thing to see. Thanks very much.